Okay, for microcontrollers 1, I'm going to give you a bit of a demo of writing a small program, assembling it, and then loading it into Wookiee and executing it. So let's see how this goes. Okay, I've got Mini IDE open, and there's Wookiee. I'll start with a file new. Check terminal options and tools and make sure it's ASM11.exe. That's good. And I've already done a file new. Tab over and I'm going to start my program. So it's going to be located at F800 hex. First thing I'm going to do is load accumulator A with the number 5. Then I'm going to add to accumulator A what's in memory location 10. Then I'm going to store that sum into memory location 11. Then I'm going to stop. So there you go. Good example program. So I load A with 5, add to A what's in memory location 10, and store A in memory location 11. Okay, build it. Oh, I forgot to do a file save as. Okay, file save as, and I'm going to call it I don't know, test.asm. You have to include that .asm. Okay, now I can build it. When you build it, makes a little squeaky noise, and you got to make sure you got 0 warnings, 0 errors. Okay, or else it won't work. Okay, so now I've got my 3 files. I got my ASM file, my listing file, and my S19 file. So I'll have a look at my listing file. I'll right click on it and have a look at it with Notepad. Open with Notepad. Just have a look at it. There's my memory locations, and there's my assembly code. Okay, you can see it starts at F800. And that's where the load accumulator A5 is. Then F802 is the add memory location 10. And F804 is store the result in memory location 11. Okay, so here we go. Here's Wookiee. Let's go File, Load S19 file. And I have to put it in the example folder because that's where I'm working out of. And there's my test, S19, loaded in. I have to tell it to go at F800. I don't need the $sign. And I pick the last of the list of file types. And that way I'll be able to see my code in my listing file. There it is. Now, in this example, it doesn't actually show the single stepping. It doesn't show the highlighted line, but it does on your computer, so that's good. Okay, so there we go. The other thing I need is memory. So I've got the CPU registers, I got memory, and I got my program. Let's check it out. Their memory location 10 right now is a 41. I can't read it. It's too small here. Okay, so I'm going to change that to a 2. So when I load A with 5 and add that 2, I should get a 7 in memory location 11. Right now memory location 11 is 4D. Alright, okay. And then I'll start memory location 11, which right now is a 4D. Okay, so now we're going to single step. Oh, look at the program counter is at F800. That's very important. Okay. So it's going to do the load accumulator A. And it did. Look at what accumulator A is right now. It's a 5. Next it's going to add to accumulator A what's a memory location 10, which is a 2. So I should get a 7 in accumulator A. And I do. Okay, the next instruction is going to store that result in memory location 11. Right now 11 is a 4D, and that should now change to a 7 when I execute this next instruction. And it is. Look at that. It's a 7. So, and now I get the bra star, which is at F806. I can't read it. F806, I think, and it just sits there at F806 no matter how many times I push that single step button. Now, if I want to, I can reset my program back to F800. So how do I got to click on PC and modify, change that back to F800 so that it'll go back to the load accumulator A5. This time I'm going to change memory location 10, change it to some other number. About, what, 22. So I should end up with a 27 and 11. Okay, so I got a 22 in memory location 10, and I should end up with a 27 in memory location 11. So single step, watch accumulator A. Okay, there it is, it's the 5. And when I single step, it should become 27. And it is. And now I'm going to store the result in memory location 11. So I should get a 27 in memory location 11. And look at that. Looks good. And it just sits there. That's it. Hope that helps.